see whether planks in diplomacy. She prayed. It's a good sign, and it's a good sign, and you are going to be very fitting aspects to address you all, and first of all to congratulate him to identify you and single you out of millions of people. So for that, come your way. It means that you've been doing something for that particular. I for me, a level to appreciate that you have been through the experience into the whole field of how engagement with other countries. It is absolutely important. Some find that written constitution. But issues evolve and become in all this learning from a dispatch from the desk of diplomacy. I don't know whether you came across it. Very significant impact and influence on the way we Njiru here, Lieutenant General can we have to figure out. He knows an extension how we resource our missions and our activities and our engagement. On this one, and other parliamentarians around this table, because one of the things that I have come to appreciate. We talk about it in papers. We even have document of previous fall, so that Parliament has never quite engaged on what is Kenya's foreign policy over the years in Parliament. Now, one of the things I was pursuing with Lemoshira before he ran away to go to the public, how do we domesticate foreign policy? So that it is understood. It is not seen that we must get Kenyans to understand that what you do has got serious implications, very, very serious implications. And how do they get to understand this? So we need to have a greater buy-in by the executive. It should become a foreign policy of the Republic of Kenya. And the ownership why did I say are we guilty, or we are guilty with my friend here, is because when we don't know, then we don't treat the budgetary people have no clue about the cost of living in different countries. People have, it's normal. So when this ever really exposed them to what it takes to be a diplomat, to run an embassy, the respective stations that you will be in. So I will I'll be here, I'll be on the front line. To pursue that agenda, not necessarily today, but they can come in some draft. It's absolute important. History is critical. We cannot always say that our foreign policy is anchored around sessional paper, looking at vision 2063. What are the dynamics now? BRICS, Did we have that are beginning to influence global events on a very serious note? So all these factors have come into play, and policy agenda as we pursue the economic aspect, the new jobs, and what have you. How do we work and distinguish between human trafficking and the genuine job placements? We again let a lot of things flow through our fingers, and we reach a stage where, in our attempt to seek opportunity, so there has to be a serious balance on some of these issues. We'll have to think about how do we get our diaspora, which is growing globally, and I say it exists. And talking to MEGA, this is the Multilateral Insurance Guarantee Agency. They said that Kenya has obtained the critical mass to be able to now have different financing instruments. But other challenges are also coming through. We also have to start considering it becomes a challenge. We must also guide our diaspora to respond of Kenyans in distress, which we have to tackle. Self-inflicted damage sometimes. So we have to also have a campaign to get Kenyans to respect the rule of law in the nations and destinations that they go to. As much as you can in capacity to deal with them. So there's a lot of educating to also be done among Kenya's diplomacy to a level that has not been there for a very, very long time. Kenya has to say on a particular position, on many different subjects. That image of Kenya can continue to this in time. Put your credentials forward. With, Kenya has always held elections since independence. should never be taken for granted. Because then, whether it was fair or not, whether there was a breach of rules and regulations, in terms of regular constitutional elections. You are perhaps the only, but actually went back in accordance with the ruling of the court to go for other parts. But you have stood out very, very strongly. We are in the middle of seeking assignments in different parts. Your voice will matter, because this is a voice will matter, because it would be very, very important that Kenya offers that opportunity, that leadership. We have never offered it. PACASA of AU, that is the Organization of African Union, and we had Salim from Tanzania. So since then, there's no, we should try and maximize on it. I want to repeat that I'm alive to the serious challenges missions are facing, representatives, and they've explained the challenges they face. And that is why I was saying that one of my objectives is to have Parliament to relook at the whole issue of foreign policy, promote business, promote people that you shall be so that we can have better engagement. Between us and the nation that you are based in. And then figure out whether we have been them or to shift and start talking in a different direction. So that we make the whole issue of the space around foreign policy extremely different. Not say anymore, because as I said, the concentration of brain power here is very high, and the basic thing is to just reassure you that we'll support you, we stand with you, and I look forward to interacting, but just make Kenya proud, make us really proud as we go ahead, and open those new doors, those new business. As I said, there may never be exactly what you call the written script, but there are some cardinal principles that we know we must, very many peace and security issues, as Mangi rightly said, the issues of how we present. There's nothing that is off record. Nothing that is off record. What you say in private could be a signal of you have to be on guard. All the time. You have to be up. Don't be the first one to arrive and the last one to leave. So some of it we have seen cases. We have seen cases, and just really stand out well, so that Kenya's name is. Okay, just wait.
To all the distinguished ambassadors and high commissioners and consuls general present. Now, Your Excellency, I for all the distinguished ambassadors and high commissioners and the deputy high commissioners and the deputy ambassadors present. As a sign that they did have gone Ambassador Catherine Wahome to come Mende.
You'll share with them, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Lieutenant General Peter Mogo.
Mebisha nasi kama TMTV tunasema